Hello everyone. Today I'm with Meera Nair, who is a flow coach. Meera is sitting in Singapore. I am, as you know, in Israel. And we wanted to discuss today how we use our meditative practices, especially in these times, because we're both longer term practitioners of meditation. I know, Meera, that we don't only use it in times of stress. But I'd like to hear your take. What is meditation for you? How do you use it? Oh, Meera has frozen for us.
There's a lot of meditation that's happening around, meditation for me is basically being present in what I'm doing. It can be just focusing on, it can be listening to music probably, and just immersing myself into that moment. It can be just admiring flowers probably, and taking my mind off everything and just admiring it and being in that moment to see the beauty of nature. So those kind of things is meditation for me. It's meditational because my mind declutters and I'm just focused on the moment, you know. That's what meditation means for me. What about, yeah.
Yes,
What about you, Beverly? How about you?
I just loved, I'll tell you one of the things that I really love. So for me, it's being in touch with what's going on in my outer world, while at the same time trying to get in touch with what's going on, my mental processes, my body, and my emotional world. It's just that calming. But what I love what you said was decluttering. So for me, so much of our lives, especially now, are about putting knowledge in, more and more information. And we think we can just live in this small part of who we are. But once we go deeper into the body, emotional parts of us, I feel there's that opening, there's that spaciousness that's created. And that's where creativity comes and clarity. So I love what you said about that decluttering.
Yes, absolutely. You know what, Beverly? There's a lot happening in the outside world, and we can't take control of that. But there's something called our inner world. You just mentioned about that inner world, and you are in charge of your inner world, right? Like I am in charge of my inner world. I can control emotions there. I can choose to be happy. I can choose to be sad. I can choose to be happy. It's all within me. So if you can go so much deeper with meditation and being in flow, it gives you a sense of grounding, a sense of connectedness, and nothing else matters. Anything can happen outside, but you will not be shaken.
Right.
So that's why it's yeah.
I love what you said about the grounding, because that comes from such a young place with us, where we feel the ground between underneath our feet, so to speak, from our early attachments, and from there we can emerge. And if we just sometimes sit in that quiet space, we can feel where we are grounded on the earth, and from there comes all our emergence, our creativity, and our growth. So I love that.
Yeah. You just mentioned that you feel safe in that. When you feel grounded, you feel empowered. Okay, it's just like a little kid. When a little kid is crying, and the child feels safe, in the arms of the parents, right? But as we grow bigger, we had to stand on our own feet. But where do we find that safe haven? Within us. So being grounded is like just being with your source, connecting with your source. And who's your source here? Is Mother Earth, the earth, the planet, the earth, the nature. That is our source. So when you can connect with that, you are calm. You feel safe, no fear. You go with the flow.
Right. And that's so true about that connection, because I think maybe especially now, that sometimes we see ourselves as separate. There's global warming, there's famine, it's out there. But we are actually part of the earth. We are one, we aren't two. So I love that, because that does give you so much nurturance. And then we can see that we're part of a global culture, actually. It's not just about us.
Yes.
We co-creating all the time in our small little networks.
Absolutely. And at this time, because a lot of us are so dependent on, the virtual world at the moment, we are trying all sorts of everything. So I am a flow coach, I'm a fitness instructor, so I have to really find out how to teach virtually, keep my participants on the go. But sometimes trying to get all this, modern, I'm not a very technical savvy person, so it took me some time to gather things around. But then I said, stop. What am I doing? Stop. If I'm going to exhibit that kind of energy, that's what my participants are going to be. They'll be getting the same energy. So if I am grounded, and things, there will be technical issues. That's fine, but we have to go with the flow, and on the way we keep learning, we just keep picking up things, and I can say that after 2-3 weeks I'm much better, and my participants are also much better in placing the camera. There's no more stress. I said, if the video freezes, don't worry, just breathe, that don't take things seriously, just have fun with what we are having, and then you see that we really value this time, like I said, this is a time that we are learning a lot of things,
Right.
you know
And it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
as you say, it's you're asking your clients to be present. It's just, so we're having a technical issue. That's what we're supposed to be having. Let's work through this together instead of
Yes, you.
stressing about it. So you were saying that we have choices. We have choices how to respond. We have the ability to respond. That is responsibility, as opposed to being reactive all the time. And I think a lot of people are experiencing what you say, technical jams into their communication, which might make communication a little more difficult. And as I said to you before we got into this call, I said to you, we might have some technical difficulties, but we won't. But we will still feel the compassion and the love. And that's what I feel with you. So thank you, Meera. Was there anything you'd like to add?
Yes,
We go?
I would. Yeah, I would like to add one thing, that no matter what, keep breathing. Deep breathing helps you relax. Doesn't matter. Even if you don't get a chance to get out of the house to be in nature, that's fine. You can find a nice corner in your house, maybe on your bed. My special place is my bed, and you can just sit there and feel the positive energy and breathe deeply throughout the day. Catch yourself. If you catch yourself being anxious, just stop everything and take deep breath. It will do wonders to you.
Right. I love
That's my
that.
message.
Thank you. Because our breath is, of course, been with us since that very first moment, hasn't it?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
let's not forget that. And let's take the ability to go back. We have all these resources within us. So going back to our breath, which, as I said, has been there from the very first second
First,
of our lives. Let's
yes,
stay
yes, yes.
connected. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Meera. I love this
Thank you
conversation with
very,
you.
thank you very much, Beverly. So lovely having, being able to be part of this conversation. Thank you.